Have you ever wondered why?
When?
How much?
What if?
Well, you're in luck, because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission.
To ask all the questions?
And get all the answers.
I was born with both guns blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Hey!
Hello.
We're still here.
We're still here.
So true.
Still living large and in charge.
It's still living inside our house. I mean, we were before, but now we're really living inside
We are like
our
so
house.
living in our houses.
It's actually, now that I think about it, we're recording this a little bit ahead of time just to be transparent. There is a good chance that things get way more whack somehow in the next week. So
yeah.
we don't even know what next Wednesday is going to look
Way
like.
more whack. That's
Yeah, you're
quite a
welcome.
way to put it. I
It's
think
pretty
like
whack out there.
horrible. Yeah, horrible is probably way more horrible. So if that's the case, future listeners and future us, I love you. You got this. I'm sorry.
You're
You should
sorry.
be.
Yeah, it's my fault.
You did
Yeah.
this. You
Yeah.
did this.
I'm the bat.
I'm the bat.
Oh shit, that should be a dude update.
The bat that started this thing.
No.
What are other animal? The monkey that started AIDS or whatever.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, the
Jeez.
pig that started swine flu.
Okay, there's your dude update.
Okay, well, if you haven't gathered from that crass joke that we just told, we're going to do dump date this time.
We are. You're so right.
Yeah, I knew it.
Do you guys have any good dating stories for while we've been locked down? I just saw this whole it was a whole TikTok series of this guy who saw a cute girl across the apartment
see
way
that.
on the roof of her apartment, and he thought she was cute, so he sent his drone over with his phone number, and like she called him and they started chatting and she liked him, so then they've had like these
Yeah.
virtual dates and
It's
it's all
nice.
over TikTok now.
It's
so
real nice.
It actually is done
Yeah,
in like
yeah.
a not creepy way.
That's the nice thing about it is it could have been real weird and it was handled well by both of them. I
Yeah.
think my favorite dating story that came from this remote lockdown phase of the world is the one where there was a cat in a window across the street and somebody put up a big sign that said, "What's the name of the white and black cat?" And then the person on the other side put up a sign that said, "Its name is this." And I don't remember what it was. That's pretty romantic if you ask me.
Is
That's
it
pretty
romantic?
cute.
I think those people are married now. That's what I heard.
The cat's married, or
Yep.
I'm going to show you guys my favorite dating story from this lockdown is that Tanner and I work from home across from each other on a card table that is in our basement, just mere feet away from where I am right now. And I'm going to show you guys. I know the listeners, you can't see it. You can cut this out, David.
I'll describe
But I just
it.
want. Okay, great. Here it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
here
Michael
she's showing a
described
card table. It has a computer
yeah.
on it, and there's
There's a whole game of bridge on there.
no, that's a lie. There's 2 computers on it. One's got a monitor, one's a laptop, and then there's some storage containers.
Wow.
Pretty sexy.
Yeah.
No, but it is kind of nice. I don't know. It's kind of nice. We don't really like interact very much while we work, but you know, when I'm like doing my thing and then I look up and there's Tanner just working
Aw.
and being cute. So that's fun.
Working and being cute. Working and working it.
Yeah.
Oh, that Tanner.
Yeah.
He is cute and I like him a lot.
Okay. You have to stay in the house, David. You can't go see Tanner.
I ask every day. I wake Mike up by shaking his shoulders.
Can I
and
go
say,
see my friend Tanner?
Can I go see Tanner, please? And Mike says, no, every time. 'cause
Every
he's a good
night,
dad.
you take a link off that paper chain, and then
Yep.
I add a link on every time we have to stay inside more.
Oh, what a good story that is. That's my favorite romance is me and Tanner's estranged love.
Unrequited?
I think is the word. No, it's
Star-crossed?
estranged.
Okay, sure.
It's definitely estranged.
I think it's just a will they?
Will they?
There's no other side to it.
I can't conceive of a won't they.
No.
So you guys got some dude dump dates for me?
Yeah.
We sure do, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first?
David, you go. Oh, okay, I'll go.
Wow.
Okay.
Passing that buck.
Here's what I have for you. For my first do, dump, or date, would you like to do, dump, or date Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime?
Are you kidding me? That was what I was going to do.
Yeah, I have access to all three of them. And I think in terms of whether I would like to kiss them or throw them in the garbage or maybe have a romantic relationship with them, I think Amazon Prime I want to date, which sucks because the whole Amazon brand and the way they make money is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But one, they have a pretty reliable and vast streaming service. I think that's incredibly essential. Is their library is great. Their originals are pretty good. They have their own. I think that represents somebody that has their own ideas, but they're also willing to share with you some weird ideas that their friend has and be really excited about that. Like they got a lot of weird stuff on there. And I appreciate that a lot in a person. I think it's hard to stay interesting as a human being in general. And so the more stuff you got locked away in your weird little treasure trove, the more I want to hang out with you. You heard it here first. That's something I've said out loud.
What do you have locked away in your treasure trove?
Let me see. I think I would like to have sex with or do. God. Netflix. Because it would be a smooth experience. I think Netflix of any of those is the easiest to use, to set up, and straightforward in the way that it shows you its stuff. Like I don't usually have problems with Netflix. It knows what it wants. It knows what it's going to give you, and you know what you want, and you know what you're going to get from it. And that is not great sex, but it's okay sex. And that's better than having sex with Hulu, which would interrupt you every 3 minutes to be like, hold on, I'm uncomfortable. I need to get a drink of water.
Or try to sell you stuff.
Ads. Yeah, they'd be trying to sell me hey, do you need more lube? I can sell you some for $2.99.
Oh, God.
Just a squirt.
In-app purchases?
Yeah. Oh, what a great idea. During sex microtransactions, I think is a great way to drum up business in sex work. And I think somebody can take that idea. Enjoy it, everyone.
Can I ask all of you a question right now?
Sure, man.
Yeah.
So when you watch Hulu, and there are commercials, do you ever find it weird, the ones they're showing you, where you're like, why did you pick that commercial to show me 3 different times?
Yeah. But then I'd stop thinking about it and I just buy the thing.
You just buy anything they try to sell you?
Yeah, I just buy it. It's like a truck. I'm like, I could probably use a
Prepare my
truck.
taxes.
Yeah.
David has 7 SUVs.
What am I supposed to do? I got to sit there for a whole minute and not buy something? I don't think so.
That's the thing. I feel like the ads are always super general. Like cars or
Windows.
Cell phone service.
What's the ones that were the guy where he installs the window? It looks like he's a contractor, but then at the end he kisses the lady and it turns out that he was doing it himself and it's a DIY and it's these windows are so easy to install.
Oh, yeah.
Those got me to buy windows. I have a whole room full of windows.
I would date Netflix because, consistency, steady. I feel like I can almost always find pretty much what I'm looking for or something to satisfy the basic need that I have whenever I go on Netflix. And yet there's enough new content or they add new things frequently enough that kind of keeps it exciting, but still familiar. Amazon, I would do.
Oh, why?
The things that you can pay to rent via Prime. That's still Prime, right?
Yeah. That's a good point.
So that's almost what I do. I mean, they have a couple great shows that I would definitely not want to say goodbye to. Yeah, the rental of Prime streaming content I've used quite a bit, especially recently when I've wanted to watch movies but not been able to go to the movie theater. And they have a lot of recent stuff. So that's sexy and cool.
That is sexy. I mean, lots of options. That's nice. It would be very spicy.
That's when you do someone because they have cable. You're like, ooh, you get HBO. HBO. Let's go.
Yeah.
I could get HBO through you, but not directly by paying for the subscription.
Yeah, hot.
So hot.
And Hulu, I've honestly
Dump
sometimes
it.
been like, I don't think we need this, but then like something is airing on actual TV and we don't want to actually try to watch it on TV, and then it's also coming out on Hulu, and so then we just keep it.
Yep.
Okay.
Mike?
Mike agrees with Emily in that I would do Amazon because
Ooh.
it's full of surprises. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
there's a site that I check called Instant Watcher that has all the new stuff on Amazon and Netflix. And Amazon is like hundreds of things every day. Sometimes it's just a video of someone making slime. Sometimes it's someone's playthrough of like Sonic the Hedgehog. And then sometimes it's actual movies. And like you just never know what's going to happen. And that's
That sounds terrifying.
exactly what I want from
That's
my
what you
sex
want?
life. It's like, what could happen? But they're mostly nice surprises. So I think I
Yeah.
like that. And here's where I differ from you two.
Uh-oh.
I'm actually going to dump Netflix.
Oh
And
my
let me talk
God.
about why. I actually did cancel my Netflix. And here's the big problem I have with Netflix.
Oh my God.
They've changed. I've been with Netflix for a long time, way back when I used to get the discs mailed to my small town Minnesota home, and it took like
Are you like
3
divorcing Netflix now? Is that what's
yeah,
happening?
we're getting
Yeah.
split up. I remember they used to say our goal at Netflix is to have access to like every movie. Like you'll have access to every movie. And at first when I was getting the mailers, like I got to see all kinds of movies and that I'd never be able to see otherwise. And then they switched to streaming, and for a while they had both, and that was the best. That was amazing because you could stream stuff and you could get stuff in the mail. I like their original content. I think they have a lot of good stuff and it's fun. It's just not as consistent. And there's sometimes where I'm like, I could just cancel it and I wouldn't miss it. No, I still have it, but I like share it with a friend. I don't know. I feel like I could do without it. Finally, I got to say, I would date Hulu because one of the big reasons is Hulu has the entire series of Adventure Time on it.
Yes.
I was going to say,
So-
yeah.
And they
Yes.
have enough
I would
they have
miss
enough
that.
shows that I want to watch that I have never been. Sometimes I do like forget about Hulu, but when I really invest myself in Hulu, I'm like, there's a lot here. Not as much for movies, but it's consistently just always like got something that I want to watch, and they have a good mix of like some original stuff and then just some other existing programming. Hulu's gonna like be there like through the thick and thin. And they haven't deviated from their original mission like Netflix has.
Whoa.
I don't even know what Hulu's original mission was, but
I think it's
believe
just
you.
showing you TV shows.
I want to show you something. That's
Hey,
it.
I
No,
want to show you something.
Here comes my idea for you, my triple D, do dump date. The clickety clack of typing quickly on a keyboard,
Jeez.
the whir of a fan on a hot night, or the sizzle of bacon in the morning. 3 wonderful sounds, but which one do you want to do, dump, or date? Clickety clack of typing quickly on a keyboard,
Yep.
whir of a fan on a hot night,
Okay.
sizzle of bacon in the morning.
I'm ready.
What do you got, bud?
Well, I'm definitely dumpening. The dumpening. Don't worry.
The dumpening.
The dumpening has arrived.
It's my favorite toilet-themed horror movie.
I'm going to dump the clickety clack on the keyboard because I don't like that sound under any
Oh, you don't like it?
circumstances. No.
Aw.
It's annoying.
That's fair.
No, thank you. Goodbye. Silent keyboard for me. And I'm going to do bacon sizzling because that's like a rare treat. Either someone making me breakfast, which never has happened, or no, it's happened, but
Never has
Has it happened in my grown adult life? I don't know if it has. Or there's me making myself breakfast, which is fun, but I don't do it very much. So I feel like
Yeah,
it's
not
like
quite
if
as
I'm going to
exciting.
sizzle some bacon, it's like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. But it's not going to happen all the time.
Sure.
However, I sleep with the fan on every single night of my life because it helps me sleep. It like calms me. It soothes me. It kind of evens out all the like weird random night noises out there. And that's what I want from a relationship. I want it's like we've got this really nice we work together and it's calming, it's consistent, and it's always there and it helps me sleep good. So that's what I want for my choices.
Makes sense to me.
This is a tough one. I'm actually going to right off the bat dump the sizzle of bacon. And here's why.
Oh, wow.
If it was the smell of bacon, I would not dump it. If it was the taste of bacon, I would not dump it. The sound of bacon sounds like a lot of other things being cooked in a frying pan.
Okay, yeah.
So there's that aspect of it. Also, I just like, I don't actually find that to be like a super pleasant sound. It's like fine, but it's just like a loud hissing, popping, sizzling sound. I don't know. It just doesn't really do it for me. I actually find it kind of jarring, like when you first put the thing in the frying pan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it
doesn't sound like that.
Not really like that.
But it's like a lot of sounds at once. Like a machine gun's a lot of bullets at once. I made the sound of a machine gun.
Yeah, sure. But I just, it's not one of my favorite sounds. Dumping that. Oh, I love, a fan on a warm night. That is great because white noise is lovely and calming. But also on a hot night, that's even better because it means just like comfort and I don't know. That sounds lovely. Clickety Clack. I don't dislike it, and I do kind of like it. I think the thing is I don't really notice it very much. But if I am suddenly typing on like a really nice clicky keyboard, that is very satisfying.
Very satisfying.
And I am a loud typer. I hit those keys. Yeah, I go for it. So, I mean, I guess I feel like it's a weird thing to do because it's not like particularly exciting, but it's definitely the most satisfying. And also it's the only other one left. So sure, I'll date that fan and do the clickety clack.
Okay. Yeah. I like the idea of doing the clickety clack. I think that's smart. I think that's what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to start with the do. I think you kind of sold me on it. I was oscillating back and forth, much like the whir of a fan on a hot night. Clickety clack is what I'm going to do. One, because dexterity is important in sexual encounters. Two, because I really like it too. I like making the sound, but it's also it is white noise to me in a weird way. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've like always hung out with people that like use their computers a lot around me or play games online or something. Like me and my brother were always on separate computers around each other, clicking and typing. It feels like an environmental sound that means I'm comfortable or I can work or something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say why I like it, but I do. And I guess I like it enough to have sex with it. So here we go.
Okay. Can I make a challenge for both of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So for both of you, the next time that you're about to have sex, I want you to say, "Hey, you want to do the clickety clack?" Could you please do that?
I promise you right now that I will say that the next time that I have sex.
Yeah, absolutely,
okay.
Mike.
Great.
Pinky swear.
Okay. Report back.
I won't have to report back. I'll be live streaming me saying that.
I could just call you on speakerphone.
Yeah,
okay, great. Sure.
Because here's the thing, Mike. It's safe. Don't worry. Because there's no way I will have sex after I say that. So you don't need to worry about accidentally seeing me have sex with someone.
I'm not worried.
The whir of a fan on a hot night. I think this is a consensus. That's the dateable one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the one. That's the one that feels the most like a reliable partner in a great way. I love it. It's like stimulating in a relaxing way. And that's a really important, cool way for a person to be. I love that. The sizzle of bacon in the morning is good, but it's not good enough to have sex with, and it's not good enough to date. So, sorry. I guess this game is pretty monogamous, and I'm going to dump you, bacon. Just like the grease, right down the drain. That's what you're supposed to do with bacon grease. You heard it here first.
No, David, no.
Right.
Okay, so do dump date. Do you guys remember that song from the 90s by the Crash Test Dummies? That went or something like that.
Honestly,
I think so.
No.
I think I do.
Can you sing more of it?
Once there was this kid who...
Yeah, I sure do.
No, still no. Can you sing more?
I remember it. David's a little kid, remember?
Yeah, shoot,
yeah, I'm a baby.
Right.
My diaper brain doesn't remember that one.
I do. That one is a weird one. Are you going to ask about that song?
Yes. David, can you just look it up and listen to it real quick?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to live stream my reactions to it.
The odds are possible that he hasn't heard
it. It's literally called
Test Dummies.
Crash Test Dummies.
I recently asked my Google Home to play it, and the response was, Yes, playing by Crash Test Dummies. It was pretty great.
Is it going to be different verses of this song, or what should I be looking for?
No,
here?
it's just going to be this song because you'll know the other two songs.
Watch him not know.
Okay, this has got quite a vibe. There's a lot of good haircuts in this music video, lots of trench coats. There's some Sherlock Holmes hats, acoustic guitars, a Newsies kid.
Don't
Wow,
let the
there's a lot
video
happening
distract you. I want you to focus on the song.
This video is pretty good.
Yeah, that was a weird song.
Yeah, this has a very Goo Goo Dolls or, of course, Crash Test Dummies vibe. Yeah, okay. That's fun. That's fun. I'm into that.
I'm curious, is one of the other songs Werewolves of London?
All right, I'm ready. Now I know that
Did
song.
you hear the chorus? How it's just like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
great.
cool.
Okay, cool. Well, later you should listen to the whole thing because it's really weird. The lyrics are crazy. They're not really crazy. They're just weird. So that song, by Crash Test Dummies.
It is 4 ums. It's
Yeah. Zoot Suit Riot by Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Oh my God. You can't.
And 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh no. Oh, Emily, how could you?
I just could. I just did
do
it.
this to
I
us?
Okay,
had
so
to.
I want to just real quick. So it's by Bare Naked Ladies.
No, that's Crash Test Dummies.
Oh, Crash Test Dummies. They're so similar in their names.
Are they?
And 1 Week, Bare Naked Ladies. And then the third one was
Zoot Suit Riot by the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
part of the swing revival of the 90s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
God damn it.
I'll go.
What can
I'll go.
Mike took my first one, so
You know what?
I'm just
That's
learning the
fine.
lyrics to all these songs.
We can make this work.
No, this is perfect. I'm so happy about this.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do Zoot Suit Riot.
I knew it.
Because
Yeah, you
not
should.
because of their gross name, which I think because I was like an early teen at the time that song came out, I was like, what does that mean? And then I was like, oh, that's a weird name for a band. I liked those songs. I liked them. I'm glad they're gone now. It didn't feel authentic. I don't know. It was fine. Everyone was into swing dancing for a while and those songs were all over. It was fun, but now it's good that it's gone. Let's just have our fun and leave. Boom. Bang.
Good
done.
call.
Okay.
Bang done.
Yeah, it was a month that happened and it was fine. Yeah.
Let's just let it go. Okay. And I would dump that Crash Test Dummies song because I feel like the first time I heard it, it freaked me out. I feel like I heard it when we were driving
Pretty
back
scary.
from a pep band. Out of town game, and the bus driver put on the radio, and it was dark in the middle of the country in Minnesota, and that song because his voice is kind of freaky.
His
in
voice
that
is
song.
weird, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. So it always gives me kind of weird vibes because I feel I'm like, this guy seems like he's up to no good. Just the tone of voice. But you know who's not up to no good? Those sweet Bare Naked Ladies singing about that sweet 1 week. I feel like that song is the gift that keeps on giving. You listen to it and you're like, wow, they mentioned this in this song. There's so many things I've discovered about that song.
So much.
The more and more I listen to it, which is every single day. Emily, I think you and I talked about songs we wanted played at our funeral, and I think that was one of the songs.
This one. Yeah. Well, they mentioned that in there.
Yeah. So that's my choices. I'm
Okay.
pretty happy
Love
with them.
Did you? Okay, you said that you would date 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
I agree. I think there's a lot in this song to like. It's fast. It's fun. It's kind of a bop. It's almost a rap, I guess. It has the line "Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken" in it.
Uh-huh.
Watching X-Files with no lights on is a nice thing to do with someone you're dating. And then the part that really got me was, how can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad, trying hard not to smile, though I feel bad. That is very relatable to me. And I think it's important to remember that, you can find joy in a funeral. Can't you understand what I mean? You soon will.
I like how you're just reading the lyrics.
No, I think this is a really important way for me to decide how this is. I'm going to read the lyrics to you, and I'll let you guess what you think I'm going to do to those lyrics. Who's that whispering in the trees? It's 2 sailors, and they're on leave. Pipes and chains and swinging hands. Who's your daddy? Yes, I am.
I think you're
It
gonna...
later includes the line, blow daddy. Just those two horrible words. I am going to do this song and I'm going to feel bad about it.
Okay.
It is a disgrace.
Just to be clear,
it's absolutely a disgrace.
This is Zoot Suit Riot, right?
Surprise, this is Zoot Suit Riot. Who's your daddy? Yes, I am.
Who's your daddy? Yes, I am.
Oh, it's so horrible.
Yeah, it's not.
Speaking of horrible, I'm going to dump the Crash Test Dummies. But I was a little sad because the last line of the first verse is, the cars had smashed him so hard.
Oh no.
And I don't know what that's in reference to.
I just listened to this song very recently when I asked Google Home to play it because I suddenly remembered it.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it like every verse is like a sad thing that happened? Yeah. And then it's just like, that's the way it is.
Yup. Once there was a kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black to bright white. He said it was from when the cars had smashed him so hard.
What a sad song.
What is this? Because then there was this boy whose parents made him come directly home right after school. And when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it. They'd always just gone there. What are you doing? What is this song, The Crash Test Dummies? What crime did you commit?
The 90s were such a time of inanity.
I mean, do you remember the literal Crash Test Dummies, which were in commercials and had their own video game? Like they were they were just a safety testing technique, and they got like elevated to character level.
Yeah, the 90s, we were just like casting around for anything.
I love it.
What
do you got, Emily?
I'm gonna also date 1 week because I still enjoy singing along to those lyrics.
Yes, catchy.
It's like not a good song, but I think
it is.
It's just fun to sing along to. I don't know. And it just brings me back to like, I have like positive nostalgia for it. Yeah, dating that one. I am dumping Zoot Suit Riot.
Okay, fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It's too much. It's like just too much in my ears with the horns and the creepy daddy voice. I'm done. If I want that kind of music, I'm going to go to the actual kind of music like that and not like the sleazy 90s version of it.
Like Cab Calloway or something.
Sure. There's lots of other good options that aren't from the 90s.
Sure, but not Zoot Suit Riot.
No.
Or the Cherry Poppin' Daddies in general.
Correct. They can suck it.
They can and probably have sucked it. Do they spell it cherry and then POPPIN apostrophe? Because YouTube says that it's POPIN, like Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
No, I think
which
YouTube
is a religious
spin
on the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. I'm interested in this. I think there's a metatextual presence here, and I need to look into it.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
So that means that I would do.
It does mean that.
And I don't know how to explain it because I also think it's a weird, sad, not great song, but
pretty sad.
I don't know. I kind of like it. Like it's kind of creepy, but I don't know. It popped in my head the other day and I asked Google to play it and she did. That song is like the weird older guy who was like artsy and really quiet and you didn't know if he was like cool and mysterious in a like sexy way or if he was actually just like awkward and had no personality.
Huh.
You can't really tell the difference, but you're like, maybe let's just find out.
See what happens.
Yeah.
It does seem like a pretty sexy song because the last 12 words are oh. And that's pretty sexy.
Yeah.
So I think you're right.
Well, we dude them and we dumped them and we dated them.
We did and dumped, dated.
If you disagree with any of our choices, let us know. We always like to hear from you. If you agree, don't tell us. We'll assume that if you don't say anything, you do agree.
Silence
Actually, that's pretty
is
problematic.
acquiescence.
Let's not do that. Nope. Nope, I can't do that. Never mind.
It's not.
Cross it off. How do you cross off audio? You can't. You just delete it. Maybe I will. Thank you for listening. And what we have for you now, of course, is one final thing. One final little treat. A no questions asked.
Who's going to do it?
Our final dude dump date. The sun, a rainy cloud, a regular cloud. Do dump date.
Do the rainy cloud, date the sun, dump the regular cloud.
Dump regular cloud. Do the sun. Date the rainy cloud.
Do the sun, date the rainy cloud, dump the regular cloud. Thank you for listening.
Thank you all. I hope that you are staying safe and cozy and relatively happy considering we love you so much.
Oh, wait, hold on. One more thing.
Oh, yeah, the plug.
Tomorrow, we will be having a Facebook Live event. We'll make a Facebook event on our page. So like our page, and we will have you submit live to us Would You Rather questions
About eggs
that we will talk about and record it and then release it as an episode later.
It's going to be really fun and exciting and a totally new experiment for us. So log on and be super nice to us.
Please be super nice to
Be
us.
nice.
If you get on there and you just start trolling,
Don't troll.
I'm talking. You know who you are. Don't you come in there with that attitude. Tomorrow, 8 p.m., April 9th.
Thursday. That's how we say dates, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, April 9th, Thursday. Great.
Tomorrow, April 9th, Thursday.
Okay, thanks
Bye.
for listening.
I'm marching, cause I'm gonna
Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gucci. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts.
Grandma Katie's gone.
I'm going to come get it.
And then someone's like, I can't find my left boot. Sorry, I know they're not Southern, but